Hey everybody, how's it going? Mike from the Focus Garage coming at you here with an update on the Ford Maverick. Now, with this particular vehicle, we are closing in on 1 year of ownership with it, and I'm, I don't know, maybe 3-4 weeks shy of owning it for a year now, and I have just about 15,000 miles on it. Now, I know when I bought the vehicle, a lot of you were saying that it's, cheaply made junk, it's not meant to last, and a year isn't really, a huge milestone with a car or anything like that. But if you're on any of these forums or Facebook groups or anything like that, you'll see that there's a lot of kind of back and forth conversation about people arguing, are these reliable or are they not? And I kind of wanted to take this time to update you and make a little video on how this vehicle's been for me in the year that I've owned it and kind of what I've done with it and how it's worked out for me and what I use the vehicle for. So, like I said, I'm closing in around 15,000 miles on it, and all of the servicing I have done myself. All I've really done to this vehicle so far is just oil changes at home by myself. I've done 3 oil changes on this so far, which some of you may argue is overkill, some of you may argue is not enough. It's kind of right where I want to be, around like every 5,000 to 7,000 miles. I find myself doing an oil change on this, and if I didn't already specify, which I don't think I did, my particular configuration of Maverick is a Maverick XLT with the 2.0 EcoBoost all-wheel drive, FX4 package, and 4K tow package. So it's like and luxury package, but that doesn't really matter too much for the purpose of this video. But it's kind of like the fully loaded middle trim Maverick, right? If you get an XLT and you put everything on it that you can, this is where this truck kind of specs out. So I've done all the servicing myself. It's just been oil changes so far, and in all of the oil changes that I've done, haven't noticed any kind of weirdness or nonsense or anything like that. No strange leaks or noises or anything like that. Oil's been clean. I haven't done any kind of Blackstone oil lab analysis or anything like that on this vehicle, but it's just your standard 2.0 EcoBoost, and everything seems to be fine with it there. There's been one recall on the vehicle which I have not gotten addressed yet, and I'm not sure if I will. The recall for this one is, I guess, the body harness or the body BCM needs an update. It has something to do with where it doesn't recognize if a turn signal is bad, so it might not hyper flash for that. So that might be something that would be an issue, but I mean, look at your vehicle, give it a visual inspection every now and again, not a big deal. I don't want to do the update just because I don't want to find time out of my way to go to the dealer and have all that worked or anything like that. So for now, I'm holding off on having that turn signal body BCM update done. I have not had any other recalls that you guys may have seen. I know a lot of these Mavericks have had recalls. More of them seem to be focused towards the hybrid models, which this one is not. So I've kind of missed having those issues. As far as gas mileage goes, this has been a surprise for me. I have been averaging, especially in the warmer months. It's harder to tell now that it's been winter. But in the warmer months when I first had this vehicle and it was broken in, I was getting 26 to like 31 mixed driving, depending on if it was more of like highway or city or anything like that. So in the warmer months, this thing was getting really, really good gas mileage. I've since put Falcon Wild Peak AT3W tires on it, and I've upsized those a few sizes over the OEM tires. So that has obviously detracted mileage a little bit for me. Pair that with winter, but I'm still seeing 24, 25 miles per gallon, which for an all-wheel drive vehicle that's got kind of meaty tires on it, it's shaped like a brick, way better than I expected. Sure, it's not the 40 plus that people are seeing in the hybrids, but like to get near 30 miles per gallon on the highway with this thing, absolutely incredible. I couldn't ask for any more. So the gas mileage has been good. As far as kind of weirdness or anything like that, there was one time where I went on an hour drive and I turned the vehicle off. I went inside a store real quick and I came back out and I went to start the vehicle, and the gauge cluster said something along the lines of vehicle overheated, will not start. And I'm like, that's really strange, because like when I parked it, literally 2 minutes before that, nothing was hot, there was no check engine light, nothing like that. So I like turned the key off, cycled the ignition, turned it back on, everything started fine. That was the once and only fluke that's ever happened. I have no idea what attributed to that happening. Hopefully I never have to see anything like that again, but that was a weird one. Not really sure what caused that or why that happened. But as far as like electrical weirdness, that's really been the only thing. The infotainment gets a ton of slack on these, but I think it's more of people with 2022s, because my 2023 has only ever really acted up on me once with the infotainment and I think it was more so my phone, not really the infotainment itself. If you ever do need to restart these, you just hold the power or the pause play button and the fast forward button, hold those till the screen flashes off, and then it'll restart. Nothing out of the norm there, nothing crazy. I mean, that worked for me. I didn't have any kind of issues with that. The heated seats have been great. The heated steering wheel has been great. The Ford Pass app has been great for being able to remote start my vehicle when I want to do that. Very, very pleased with kind of the technology aspect of that side of things. I am going to do a little walk around of the vehicle here in just a moment, where I'll show you kind of how it's held up with like rock chips, the paint and things like that, how the glass is held up, because a lot of people say that, you know, the glass on these chips a lot. It hasn't really been an issue for me. I took a couple big things to the windshield, and I do have kind of a small chip slash crack, but it's in like the corner of the glass and it hasn't really spread yet. Maybe in time that will justify replacement, but we'll see. As far as what I've done with this vehicle, I've used it to help people move a couple of times, including move some large items for myself. I've used this vehicle to shuttle around wheels and tires. It's been super, super great for that, because I buy and sell vehicles a lot, and I'm always changing wheel and tire setups and larger parts like that. So to be able to just have something to like toss the wheels in the bed and not worry about scratching up an interior or getting tires on the headliner, been very, very convenient. And we've done a few road trips with this vehicle as well. One of them was to Upper Wisconsin. We've done another one to Ohio. Both of these being, you know, over 1,000-mile road trips. And the vehicle's been great. Honestly, like, I don't know where people get off saying that these are like loud or like a lot of road noise, but like, I mean, for a modern car goes, it's okay, right? Like, I'm able to do 80 miles an hour down the highway, and, you know, I don't get beat up. I don't feel that like I have a headache from wind noise or road noise or tire noise or anything like that. And that's even with these, you know, larger tires on it. So, I mean, it's been a great road trip vehicle. You can actually comfortably fit 4 adults in here. I don't know if you'd want to do that for a full road trip, but for kind of like, you know, shuttling around town and things like that, you can fit 4 adults in here, no problem. Being the EcoBoost, I have full under-seat storage in the back there, and being able to, you know, have mountain bike stuff in there is great. I keep a helmet, gloves, glasses, things like that in there. The bed has been absolutely phenomenal for hauling around mountain bikes. That was kind of the primary reason that I bought this vehicle. Oh, I've also taken it all the way down from Illinois to Arkansas to Bentonville to do mountain biking down there. So a lot of different uses with this, but it's been great for all of it, right? Like, it's one of those things where it's been kind of like the most practical daily driver that I've had, in the sense of just how many different things that you can do with it. Whether that's, you know, winter driving's been great. You know, it's been great in the snow, so like it fits for that. Whether it's road trips, whether it's hauling stuff, whether it's running to the store, going to Costco, getting bigger items, it just works, right? Like, there hasn't been anything on this vehicle that has like shaken me or made me kind of regret buying it or owning it or anything like that. It's kind of done everything that I've wanted to throw at it. Sorry. There were goats just chilling on the side of the road there. But it has done everything I've wanted to throw at it and then some, right? I bought this vehicle kind of knowing what it would be and what it wouldn't be. And yeah, this isn't, you know, some 2,500 truck. You're not going to tow, you know, thousands of pounds or anything like that. And you're not going to go, you know, off-roading through like deep swamplands or anything like that. But in the same sense, it will do a little bit more than your typical car, sedan, or crossover SUV will. And especially with the FX4, you know, you've got some beefier skid plates and things like that. I don't know, like, it's just a very, very useful vehicle. And with the 2.0, it's got enough torque and enough power to get out of its own way. It doesn't feel like dangerously slow or anything like that. So like, it fits a lot of different use cases here. So like I said, I kind of wanted to just walk around the vehicle and show you how it's held up. I don't know if I've shown on video how it looks like with the new tires. So here are the Falcon Wild Peak. I went ahead and I also went with the black lug nuts on it there, just to replace the factory chrome ones there, just to kind of help with the look of it. It did lift the vehicle about a 1/2 inch, and I don't know how much you can really tell unless I had this next to a stock Maverick, but a 1/2 inch is just enough to kind of make it look a little bit taller, a little bit beefier. Like I said, I've done a lot of highway driving with it, and this paint has held up way better than I've expected. There's no PPF or anything like that on it. The truck is dirty right now. This is really the only major rock chip. You've got one right there where it kind of, you know, took off the paint, but that's going to happen. I do love kind of, you know, the factory fitment. You've got a little bit of poke with the wheels there. Oh, and just to show like the different mods, you've got the smoked reflectors, the black emblems around there with the orange Ford logo. I've replaced the FX4 badges on the side with these orange ones to kind of go with the orange logo theme that I've got going on. I've got a soft roll-up cover here that's been really, really great for the winter to keep the snow out, but then in the summer it doesn't take up any bed space when I roll it up to the window here. It's really, really nice and convenient in that aspect. And then we've got just, you know, kind of the Maverick letters filled in that every basic Maverick owner does. The same thing kind of carried through with the emblem there. And then in the bed, not really a whole lot to see there, but we've got the bed liner on this one as well. Your power outlet on that side, your bed storage in there, which I really, really like. This is super convenient for storing any kind of like tie downs or stuff that you just kind of want to keep out of sight if you've got the bed open there. So I've liked having that. That's been very, very convenient. We've got the tow hitch and everything like that. Just the stock lights. I wish there was a way to upgrade to LED tails that kind of have like the Lariat style without paying the Lariat style prices on that. But there's not a lot of aftermarket options as far as like lighting goes on this, especially nothing that doesn't look like tacky or, you know, bad or anything like that. So I don't know, we'll probably leave those. You can see it's dirty right now. It's a daily driver. Heated mirrors have been really, really nice. Door panels. So people say with the plastic, you know, you've got some issues with that. This has gotten kind of scratched up, but it wipes right off, right? Like even this here, you can see there's a little bit of dirt. You just rub it, it comes right off. Same thing with this. You know, it's a highly kicked area, so you're going to have that where it gets stepped on and kicked. But I haven't had any kind of issues with that gouging or anything like that. Steering wheel, same thing, in really, really nice shape still. No like leather peeling or splitting or anything like that. The seats, there's like no bolster wear, no wrinkling, no tearing, nothing like that. Same thing through here. I've seen people complain about the way that all of this wears. I don't know what you people are doing to your cars, right? Are you like taking a knife and stabbing your dashboard? Like I use this really regularly. I don't treat it like a show car or anything like that. And it's, I don't know, it's like everything looks like it's brand new still. I don't know why your vehicles are falling apart so soon. Like even all this, I still don't like the knob. I wish I had some kind of physical shifter, but I get it. This is the way of the future of everything with, you know, taking up less space, no linkages, all that. Glove box, I mean, same thing. Like, I don't know. There's really no wear or anything negative to note with the inside of the vehicle. So I'm not sure what I'm seeing when people say that these things are getting like just wearing poorly. You guys must be really, really rough on your cars because like I throw stuff on these seats all the time. They're not scratched up. They're not stained. I got rubber floor mats. I think they're smart liners in the front and the rear. I don't know. It's a very practical thing, right? These door pockets are nice. Keep little like emergency toolkits in there. No issues like with bad rust on the underside of the car or anything like that. I mean, it's been really, really good. So like, I don't know. It's not a very eventful 1 year update on it just because the vehicle's been so good to me so far. But I wanted to kind of fill you in, show you how the truck's been doing for me so far, give you guys that little update. And yeah, that's about it. We're going to close this one out. Go ahead and drop in the comments if you have a Maverick or if you're interested in a Maverick and how's your experience been. Mine has been great with this. This has probably been the best all-round daily driver that I've ever owned. Yes, I've had much more fun vehicles as daily drivers, but not anything as practical as all this, given the bed, the all-wheel drive, the torque of like a, you know, a 2-liter turbo, and just, you know, modern tech with heated seats, remote start, all that. Like it really kind of balances everything out. I still can't believe that even with these beefier tires, I'm getting mid to upper 20 miles per gallon. Like that's awesome for me. Like I kind of expected that to take a bigger hit, but it hasn't. So no, I don't plan to lift it. I do plan to do some motorcycle stuff with it, whether that's tow a trailer with bikes on it or try and fit my S1000 in the bed. We'll have some of that. But I mean, other than that, this thing's been great. Like very, very happy with it. Would recommend if you're in the market for this type of vehicle. That's going to be it. I'm going to close this one out and I'll catch you guys in the next video.